Hello everybody, my name is Rolak. Welcome back to Kirby Deluxe. In the last episode, we took care of the 2 bonus stages within Royal Road, getting us every single sunstone and every single rare keychain in the game. In today's episode, we are going to be facing off the boss of Stage 6, confronting Dedede's captor once and for all. It's got really nowhere else to run. We have a choice of pretty much every one of the new abilities. But I got sword, so honestly I'm going to keep sword because honestly it's the best out of the other choices, so yeah. I mean, archer is honestly not that bad, but I mean, I have sword, so yeah, I'm gonna keep sword. All right, let's head on in.
To think that you've made it this far. Aren't you a persistent little thing? But even you will kneel before us. I, Taranza, cannot allow you to interfere with Queen Sectonia's plans. Let me guess, you're here to save the hero of the lower world. The people of this land thought they were clever. They thought they could use the Dreamstalk to save their world. But I saw right through their plan. Well, since you're already here, I'll give you your precious hero back. But he may be a little more hostile than you remember him.
Here we are, fighting off against Masked Dedede. Pretty much very standard attacks for Dedede. He's going to be doing the tackle attack, the jumping attack. Leave him behind stars for you to use against him. He's going to be swinging his hammer a little bit, smashing it down. Going to do his super inhale, which will cause quite a lot of damage if Kirby gets sucked up. He's going to be doing another tackle attack. And this is pretty much all there is for Masked Dedede. All he's got is just these, like, 4 standard attacks. Oh, he's also got this one, which shoots off a little flamethrower, but yeah, that's really it. Or is it? You didn't think we would be fighting off against Masked Dedede without this song, yeah? Alright. Masked Dedede's Revenge. This time he's going to be doing a lot more dangerous attacks. He's going to be doing this big spin attack, which will deal a shit ton of damage to you, so dodge out of the way of it. Similar to the big hammer swing attack that he had from Superstar Ultra. Now he's going to be doing this one, where he's going to be shooting off a few projectiles. Just simply dodge out of the way. Doing another tackle attack. Sam is going to be doing another little helicopter attack here. Similar to like Paintra's dash attack from the background to the foreground. He's going to be dashing to and fro. So we just dodge out of the way. And he's going to get tired again. Just go ahead and hit him when he's really tired, because that's the best chance for you to get some hits in. Ow! Now he's also got this big combo attack going on where he's just going to be swinging the axe wildly. And for the last one, he's going to do a little dash attack. Now he's got this attack where Taranza's going to be throwing off some spheres against him. He's going to be batting it towards us, so all we got to do is simply dodge out of the way at the right time. And there we go. He's going to be sending off one big one. One's kind of doing a little pinball effect here. And smack it down towards us. Whoa! And he's going to be doing these slam attacks similar to his previous ones. And I think that's pretty much all his attacks. Honestly, I didn't actually get this far, mostly. Well, okay, yeah, he's going to be sending off the projectiles against us again. Okay. I think we've overstayed our welcome. There we go.
What is the meaning of this? I did just as Her Majesty commanded. The lower world should fall to its knees before me. Could you be the true hero of the lower world? Curses, if that's true. Majesty, Your Majesty, Sectonia! Oh, glorious Sectonia, please come to my rescue. Oh. Ah! Why? Pitiful Taranza. I have no use for a fool who cannot follow orders. Now then, hero of the lower world. You would risk your life for this land? You would stand against me, the ruler of the heavens? Very well. You will bow before the great Queen Sectonia. My beauty rivals the divine. And my power will crush all that you hold dear.
Alright, Queen Sectonia has quite a large great start. Large plethora attack. She's going to be sending off these energy balls at us first and foremost. She's going to be dashing around a lot. And she's got her two swords, which will do a couple of attacks before sending out a little dash forward. Again, a lot of blinking around. Just a little bit annoying. And she's got this lightning attack. Once again. And once more. And one last hit. Okay. Get the sword before this next transition. She's going to be bringing out another large gem thing. And she'll be sending us towards it. Now then, for this phase, she's not going to fight us directly just yet. She's going to be sending off these weird little discs thing at us. All we got to do is just simply dodge them when they're about to hit us, and we'll be fine. For the third one, she's going to be sending out a bunch of other ones, not targeted towards you, but more or less just at the platform in general. Now she's going to send off these two enemies at us, which are very resilient. Now she's going to be sending lightning across the platform. She's going to dash to the other side. Do another lightning strike. And I think she'll do it again, but from the other side. Simply run to where she's standing and you will not be hit. Well, the floating is more accurate. Ow. Please don't drop my sword. Okay. It should be noted, these enemies actually drop abilities. The bluish ones drop ice, the red ones drop fire, and I think she can also drop green ones that will give leaf. I think. I know one of them drops cutter, although I don't know which one that is. Yeah, these ones I think drop leaf. I think. This phase is going on a lot longer than I would like it to be. There we go. Alright, when she next transitions, step away from the middle. Because although it is a transition, that will damage you. These there to soften the blow. Now she's going to be doing these blinks. When she appears, she's going to go for a slash. You are able to hit her when she's doing the slash, but it's better just to dodge out of the way. Because once she's done with the slashes, I think 4 hits, yes, she'll stall for a little bit and allow you to hit. Now she's going to be sending off some more enemies for us to fight. Thankfully, the blue ones are quite weak. And now she's got... Ooh, and they actually drop food. Wow. I didn't actually know that. That's actually really helpful. One more of these. Now, Sectonia will always appear behind you. No matter which way it goes about, she'll always appear behind you. So I'm facing this way, she's going to appear back here. Like so. And I think it just, yeah, rinse and repeats.
I see. I expected as much from the hero chosen by the Dreamstalk. But I wonder, how will you handle this? You see, true beauty is control. The Dreamstalk has guided you thus far. But its bloom will be your doom. Floralia, Dreamland, and this entire planet. You should all feel honored. You will serve as my sustenance for eternity.
The people of Floralia have come to assist us one last time by offering us a cannon. Now, this can be controlled with the gyro, but thankfully, we're able to use the control stick as well, so I don't have to worry about that at all. Now, our objective is to obviously hit these eyeball stalk plant things, but they'll kind of trick you about a little bit, so you got to be a little bit careful. Like so. When they start to charge up for an attack, that's when you want to go ahead and hit them. And it's a lot easier when there's just two. Or for that matter, one, obviously. So yeah, go for it when they're about to, you know, open up for an attack. There we go. Alright, this should be the last one. They're a lot more spiky, and we'll be dealing a lot more damage. And I think this is actually a bad thing, because I don't know if you actually get healed before the final battle. There we go. I mean, it would be nice for us to get healed for the final battle. I feel like that's a, you know, a thing that most games should do. And if you collide with a projectile, you will be knocked back. Thankfully, no damage will be dealt to you. You just gotta be quicker than it. And I don't know what happens if you hit a vine. I honestly have never... I don't think I've ever actually hit a vine. Alright, last two should be fairly easy enough. There we go. And obviously the last one is simple. Just wait for it. There we go. The vine's taken aback. Nowhere else for us to go but towards straight to Sectonia. And towards our final battle. Okay, Waddle-Dee does appear to be giving us some food. Although it would be great to have, you know, a maximum tomato and then be giving us food because... I mean, I'm nitpicky, but what do I know? Okay. Now then, I'm actually gonna go with Archer. Because range in this fight is actually pretty helpful. I don't know why Wing's there, but oh well. Also, just one more second. Okay, I'm back. Let's do this. Okay, that little freeze there freaked me out a little bit. All right, Queen Sectonia. For this final fight, our main targets are the buds that are attacking us and serving as our hits. This attack, where she sends out in the little blades. Now then, fun fact, the blades actually won't hurt you while they're already down in the ground, but they will still hurt you if they, hit you. This attack, where she sends them out in little spike balls. There we go. After every time we defeat her in the face, she's going to send us forward a bit and get us less room to run around in. It might not seem that bad now, but it'll be a lot more annoying when you get hit by something hard, get staggered, and then you can't retrieve your ability before it flies off the edge. That's honestly the worst thing that can happen with this fight, and if that happens, then fucking good luck for the rest of the fight, because it's going to be a long slog. Thankfully, we seem to be doing just fine. Now we got this one where we only have 3 platforms to work with. And now she's going to be sending off the lasers. Thankfully, the lasers give off a very obvious telegraphed, direction in which they're going to go at. Now she's going to be doing this attack, which is very annoying to deal with because it's very deceptive as to where the bullets are going to be going. Setting off some rather big ones that will explode. More lasers! There we go. Okay. Should be noted, when you get launched further back, you will essentially pop up wherever you were standing, unless there's no platform. That should be obvious. All right, now I think for this one, okay, no, she's gonna be doing this one. Oh, I can't believe that happened. I was trying to do a dodge, and then the game didn't want me to do the dodge, so I guess we're gonna have to go into it again. I'll just get back to where we were last time. That's embarrassing. Okay, we're back. Don't ask why I have Spark. I may have or may not have lost my ability. Okay. Now that we're back to this phase, now we can actually talk about it. She's gonna be sending off these spike balls against us. Now they're actually very easy to dodge. Just jump over the ones that she sends down low and improvise for the other one. There we go. We are able to hit them when they're back there. Interesting. Now she's going to be doing this one. Simply dodge out of the way like so. I'm going to do it for a couple more. Why did that not hit them? Now for the big lasers. Sending off one close to her. Sending off one in the middle. And for the last one, we want to run towards her because that one's going to cover up pretty much the entirety of the right side. Oh, it's because of the shield. The shield is actually hitting them instead of the full blast. That's annoying. Ah, there we go. Please stop. Oh, now what? I haven't gotten this far into the fight before. She's usually dead by now. There we go. Alright, one last bout with Hypernova. She's going to be shooting off these very numerous amounts of missiles. All we gotta do is simply inhale them back up. The one big super missile. Want to hold it for a little bit. I'm just gonna send off a really big one. Fire it back off towards it. And there it goes. Can't do anything to harm them just yet, so we're gonna have to just delay a little bit. Suck up more of the missiles. Counter the big one. And there we go. Now for this one, she's going to try and hit us with that, but simply go ahead and hail it. And now she's going to be setting up a little defensive shield. We want to hit the other buds, like so. It's going to take a big chunk out of her health. And more missiles. Gotta pad this fight out just a little bit longer, but it's a very enjoyable segment with this. Setting off another big missile. Send it back. Trying to hit us again with the buds. Suck it up. Now two are a bit more tricky to get, but should be around there. They do follow a set distant, like, pattern of sorts. So it can't, it's a little, oh, he's going to be doing a double hit here. There we go. You can kind of gauge as to where exactly they're going to be after they do a little spin. Like, for example, oh, unless she mixes it up like this. There we go. And so Floralia was saved, thanks to Kirby's heroic efforts. The people of the sky had long lived under the cruelties of the evil queen. In a last-ditch effort to save themselves, they put their hopes and dreams into a seed and sent it to the surface, in order to bring Kirby, the hero of Dreamland, to their rescue. King Dedede was mistaken for Kirby and was kidnapped by Taranza. But Floralia would be in ruins had he not played his part. Indeed, the Dreamstalk works in mysterious ways. When it was over, Kirby looked up at the sky. And saw that the Dreamstalk was in full bloom. It serves as a reminder of Floralia and a new landmark in Dreamland. Except, you know, it hasn't really been brought up in recent Kirby games, but it's been like 2 so far, so yeah. Let's see if I can do this right without fucking up it too much. There we go. Okay, that's fine. So yes, that is Kirby Triple Deluxe, the story mode for it so far. There is, of course, being a Kirby game, there's going to be a lot more stuff for us to do after the credits roll. But for the meantime, it's going to be a nice little slideshow, credits rolling as usual. But yeah, I guess I can go over my thoughts for the game right now. More or less just sub-games up until later. So, oh crap, I just unplugged my headphones. Hang on. Almost there. Come on. There we go. Okay. So yeah, Kirby Triple Deluxe. This is a fantastic game. I mean, it's a pretty standard thing to say. Most Kirby games nowadays are pretty much just like full AAA, like triple fantastic games. But Triple Deluxe was a great, like, Return to Dreamland was kind of the start of like the modern day Kirby games, but Triple Deluxe served as like a fantastic like follow-up to that. It doesn't have as many mechanics as it would in, you know, Return to Dreamland. They did remove a lot of moves from certain abilities, but it's still a great game. It's keeping up to the classic Kirby formula with adding a bunch of new and interesting mechanics, such as the Hypernova, which can be a little boring from time to time, but it's still fun to use. The 3D Warp Stars, while not really super, you know, ingenuitive, I guess is the word. Not really anything super exciting with the 3D Warp Stars. They do their job. It's obviously like a 3D gimmick. You go into the foreground, you go into the background, it's all that kind of stuff. The 3D Warp Stars do their part. It's fine. But yeah, other than that, this game is just amazingly fantastic. It does get a little bit annoying here and there, but that's pretty much that's pretty much the standard for most Kirby games. It will get annoying here and there at certain points, but that's to be expected of any game. And obviously it gets more annoying as you go further into the last of the levels, which, you know, is also an obvious thing for it to happen. But yeah, no, this game is fantastic. The sequel, Robobot, well, the follow-up game, Robobot, made by like this exact same team that worked on this, did a fantastic job on that as well. And yeah, this game, it's a bit tricky to find nowadays, and especially since the 3DS eShop is closing down given the next year or so. So it's going to be a tad bit harder to find it, or you can just play it on an emulator like I have. Well, note, definitely try to find the 3DS version, because it is a lot more enjoyable with the gyro control than just using a mouse. That's a very interesting mirror look. That's a very interesting thing right there of that odd figure of what appears to be Dedede. Wonder what that is. But yeah, I mean, I've got really nothing else to say about this game other than it's just fantastic. Definitely give it a shot if you ever have the chance to, because it is a fantastic landmark in Kirby history as just like one of the best handheld Kirby games. Is it my favorite Kirby game? Nah. But that doesn't mean it's a bad game. It's still fantastic. I would say Robobot is more like, it's fine. But is it truly the end? Of course it's not. So, from being the game, we unlock the arena, boss battle Gauntlet that we all know and love. And we also unlock Dedede Tour. Play through the game as King Dedede. You can exchange arena and Dedede records with... Yeah, Street Pass doesn't work. Yeah, whatever. So yes, for being the game, we unlock the arena, which is the classic boss Gauntlet fight through everything, stuff like that. And we also unlocked Dedede Tour. Now, if you remember Meta Knightmare Ultra from Superstar Ultra, this is essentially what that is. You play through the entirety of the game with King Dedede. More or less, it's a time attack, a time trial game mode. You play as Dedede, you go through every level. There's different bosses, well, enhanced bosses, I should say. And there's also the two sub-games that we haven't gone over yet, Kirby Fighters and Dedede Drum Dash. We'll be going over those at a different point as well. So we're not done with the game yet. We're only at 69% completion. Nice. But yeah, all we've done is just story mode. There's so much more for this game to offer. I don't know what we're going to be doing next time, because honestly it's a bit of a mess here and there. Maybe we'll tackle the sub-games and maybe we'll tackle the arena. We'll see. DDD Tour is obviously going to be one of the last things we do, but that's for a later time. So, next time on Kirby Triple Deluxe, I guess we'll see what happens. See you guys next time.